going on, everybody? And in this week's lesson, we are going to check out some simple ways to work on our palm muting, our dynamics, and control our overall sound, right? So many people say that tone is in the hands. Well, that's definitely true to the extent because the guitar, especially with some overdrive and distortion, is a noisy beast. And there's a lot of unspoken about muting that happens both left hand and right hand. Outdoing that muting, basically playing guitar is impossible, right? But you'll never see it talked about in any lesson books. And we just have to just go, oh, that's what we have to do? All right, well, let's dig into it a little bit. And a lot of our beginners, we tend to technically learn how to play something and then add musicality to it, when we should be adding the musicality right from the beginning. There's no reason not to. So we're going to check out some simple ideas and some basic palm muting to work on our dynamics, as well as creating accent patterns, which can help bring some riffs to life. Okay, so I'm in standard tuning, and we're going to be basing this riff, super simple riff. It's going to be 3-4 chords, mostly power chords. In fact, they're all power chords. We're going to be 3rd fret of the low string. We're going to be 6th fret of the low string, move that up to 8, and then the first 3 chords are going to stay the same, and we're going to replace 8 with 1. Okay? Right, but we're just taking the parts of those scales and using them for a riff. And this is also going to work on our downstroking and just creating a steady stream of rhythm, which is good. So we're going to take the corner side of our palm. This is for my beginners out there. If you're an intermediate player, you probably have a good handle on this stuff, but there's definitely some good tidbits here for musicality, right? So we have muting basically with this palm on this side of our palm in our right hand. It's going to go right on the bridge where the string leaves the bridge, comes out right in that general area. And you're going to go from open. And if you're too far out, you're going to get basically a percussive dead note. Okay, so you got to find that sweet spot, and there you go. So we're going to down pick, we're going to palm mute, and we're just going to... Okay, again, super simple, but all the action's in the right hand with the muting. So we're going to mute all the way up, and then when we get to C, or the 8th fret, we're going to slowly lift the mute and start picking harder. That's going to open up the sound. That's going to basically crescendo us into whatever part we're going to, right? We're adding to the buildup, we're dynamically getting louder, and we're using the mute and the knob and then the open to, again, enhance the dynamics, right? So we can go up to C, release the mute, repeat, go down to F, release the mute. And there you go. Super straightforward, super easy, but again, we're adding a lot of musicality, we're controlling our distortion with our palm mute, and then we're opening it up to create a dynamic crescendo. Okay? So now let's talk about creating accent patterns, right? We can take a steady stream of 8th notes. That could get a little stale, right, quickly, and we can add, again, musicality, breathe a little life into it with a groove, an accent pattern. And we can do something like this. Right? Something along those lines. And the accent pattern gives it the life, because if I wasn't doing that, I'm just playing 8th note. Right? And that's great to do. So let's talk about that. So we have open, mute, mute, right? It's kind of like a 3-note pattern. Open, mute, open, mute, mute, open, mute, right? So we're kind of taking those 8th notes and we're, getting a little geeky, and we're going 3 plus 3 plus 2, right? 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. We have 8th notes, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? and that will know that we are now in control of the process of lifting and muting and unmuting. All right, so there you go. I hope that helps everybody gain a little more control over this thing we call guitar. Down in the description below, you can get these links for the tabs if you need that. And as always, let me know what you come up with. So until then, I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.